Okay, we are finally connecting. Hopefully everything is connected. Welcome. This is the first time doing the stream here, and I am brand new to this, so please just bear with me just a little bit as we get better at this. So let me connect on Instagram Live right now as we are getting things dialed in, and let's see here. All right, so we're gonna be talking about a couple things. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things that are coming into San Antonio, a lot of things that are leaving San Antonio. So I am new to the area. So this is something that I am going to be here going on Instagram Live. I want to make sure that I'm pulling myself. All right. Okay. All right. So if you're on Instagram, make sure to go on the YouTube Live so you guys can see exactly what I am showing everyone on here. But let me go ahead and share my iPad here so that we can kind of really just get into this because I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. I want to get into the nitty-gritty of things. I want to show you what's coming to San Antonio, show you everything that I am here to share. Here we go. All right. So one of the first things based off of the thumbnail that you guys saw are people leaving San Antonio or moving here. So a couple things I highlighted, obviously San Antonio, and then we have Austin and Dallas areas that are really a lot of people are leaving more than they're entering, which is interesting. So among the top 10 largest cities in the country, San Antonio is one of three that has actually seen a population growth since 2020. Now, um, this article goes into different areas outside of metropolitan San Antonio and metropolitan Austin and everything, those larger cities. So a lot of these larger cities are seeing people like they're seeing an exodus, just like California. LA County was one of the, I think, number one cities that people moved out of. And we're doing the same thing. We're moving out of LA County. We're going to San Antonio, but not San Antonio actual. We're going to the suburbs around San Antonio. And that's actually the very first one that they're highlighting right here, New Braunfels. We're going to New Braunfels specifically. So right here, New Braunfels. So Kyle and Georgetown. Kyle is in between San Antonio and Austin, so it's the corridor. It's one of the things that we're going to be talking a lot about in in the videos that we share, so that because I think that's one of the things that's growing a lot in Texas is going to be the corridor between Austin and San Antonio. And we see a lot of growth here in Southern California between LA County and San Diego. San Diego's great. It's got its problems, yes, but the cities in between, you got Irvine, Anaheim, you have Long Beach, you have a lot of great cities in between the two major cities, and those areas are amazing. And I think that the corridor between Austin and San Antonio is going to be an amazing place for a lot of people. So it's pretty exciting. So this data is uh is based off of 2021 and 2022 data. So so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everything was good on the Instagram Live. If you're on Instagram Live, go hop on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. So thanks for watching, guys. Um, and let's go into, yeah. So all the data that we're looking at based off of this article is from 2020 and 2021. But one of the last things I wanted to highlight here is a lot of residents moved out of San Antonio, like the county, the Bexar County, and moved into the surrounding counties, Guadalupe, and they moved to Comal County. So though a lot of people are being priced out. Like the reality is, a lot of people are being priced out of their homes because of the property taxes in Texas. The way it goes is not like California, where your taxes steadily go up. They go up based off of the market value. It gets reassessed every year. So if your property value like goes up exponentially, it's a situation where it's kind of rough for people to really come up with that extra money if they don't, maybe they're retired or they don't have a means of getting extra money. But I wanted to kind of go into some other developments that are coming into these cities, right? So you have New Braunfels, that you have a lot of new developments that are coming here. You have some luxury living. You have this Freiheit Village. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yeah, again, if you're on Instagram, hop on my YouTube channel. I have the link in my bio. So it's a 62 unit condominium. When we see these kinds of developments in LA, it's not a major thing, but because these areas don't have that much infrastructure, they don't have that basis. They're trying to catch up. These things are really just it's a lot for people to be able to see these kinds of developments. So this is going to be developed in 2026, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how many more developments are going to come by in that corridor. And I think in this next article, yeah. So in this next article, we're talking about the Central Texas Housing Report, and how there's a lot of growth in the housing prices, which is good and bad. Again, going back to what I was saying about Texas property taxes, it goes based off of the value of these properties, and it gets rough when you're paying 2%, two and a quarter. It gets rough when you're going from 300,000 to 500,000. That's a major growth for a lot of people. That's a lot of taxes to have to pay for a lot of people if they don't have the income growing at that rate as well. So one of the benefits that I think is really, really major for veterans specifically, if you're 100% disability rated, you're not going to pay for those. You're not going to pay for those taxes. As long as you're at 100%, you're not going to pay for those property taxes. So if you're on Instagram Live, make sure to hop on the YouTube Live so that you can show some love on there. I'd appreciate it. So going back to this article, so home buyers are really eating up everything in Central Texas, and we're going to New Braunfels, which is Central Texas. So you see here it goes based off of a lot of older data where Austin, Round Rock, San Marcos are they're seeing a decrease in the number of home sales, and we're seeing a lot of inventory open up. So that's the difference that we're seeing this year based off of like this year right now data and the data that we were seeing in 2021, 22. So a lot of this sometimes is outdated, and you'll see like the property that we went with was something that was on the market for quite some time. So you need to really pay attention to the market that you're going into. And I really want to harp on this is that not every market is built the same. And there are smaller communities within these larger communities that are really like they have zero inventory. And then there's communities that they can't sell these properties at all. There's a lot of new construction that's coming up in San Marcos, which is in between San Antonio and Austin. Again, that corridor is really, really hot right now. New Braunfels is seeing a lot of inventory with new construction. We were tempted to go with new construction as well, but we found a pretty great deal that I don't think we could pass up. So it just made a lot of sense for us to move forward with that. But let me see what we got on the chat here. We got a couple people on the chat asking. Yeah, we're going to San Antonio, guys, and yeah, I appreciate the comments, guys. So let's go back to this screen here. So some of the counties that we're seeing people move to from Austin, Round Rock, San Marcos areas, those major areas, they're going in. Oh, not there. Let's go back to this article. Where are we going? Here. All right. So a lot of those people are going to Williamson County, Hayes, Bastrop County, Caldwell, and just these outside of these cities, the major cities in Texas to really recover from these property taxes and these property prices. Really, some areas have doubled in price, which I mean, it's crazy. It's also like it's amazing to see. It shows the value of what Texas has, but it's also kind of heartbreaking for the people that are that have lived there most of their lives. And it's just no fault of their own. Sometimes they can't keep up with it. So again, we're seeing more developments coming in for San Antonio. So this area right here, I think I have a map. This is it's going to be a development on the southeast side of San Antonio, a major development going based off of this former base that was in San Antonio. So that's something that they're really coming up with different types of developments in that base to repurpose the buildings that are already there. And you're going to see a lot of that. I mean, we have four major bases in San Antonio. So if anything does, in fact, like get decommissioned or anything like that, you're going to see a lot of these developments. You see a lot of things going outwards to these areas right here. We're kind of over here on this side here. But yeah, you're going to see everything, everything here is already really built out and the way people really want it to be. And you're going to see people starting to spread out throughout the cities, throughout the outskirts here, and making San Antonio a much larger city. And then, yeah, so this goes back to the development that I was talking about in San Marcos. So they're trying to do as much as they can to keep up with the expansion and keep up with everything in regards to development. You're seeing a lot of things in regards to solar, a lot of things in regards to housing that's coming up. So it's really interesting to see how many new developments are coming up in Central Texas. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see, and it's exciting to see things starting to grow. But again, I can't harp on this enough, but like some people are really hurt by all of this. And one of the bigger things that a lot of people were mentioning to me was I put up a post on Threads talking about, what are the top three things to know about moving to Texas, and people were talking about the fact that like you want to buy a generator. I guess Texas is really starting to like they're trying to address this, and they're building a battery storage site in South San Antonio, a little bit past where I was mentioning, right over here, close to Calaveras Lake. So they're trying to keep up. They're trying to do what they can to keep up with the amount of people that are moving into the city and the power demand that is there. It's just hard to do so. It's very, very difficult to keep up with the infrastructure that is going to be necessary to keep up with these demands. A lot of people are looking for affordable housing, and they're not really getting it with a lot of these larger states. So a lot of people are moving out of New York. A lot of people are moving out of California. We're moving out of California, and it's it's really difficult to justify staying within these states. Yes, California is beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement in New York, but unfortunately, you can see the downward spiral in a lot of these cities. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're gonna kill it. We already got a lot of people that are really really interested in what we have in with Romeo Echo, and we're gonna have some events out in San Antonio. So if you're planning on if you're in the San Antonio area and you're watching this, just know that we love to do events for veterans specifically to help veterans with their VA benefits. And that's one thing that we've been really doing a lot with within our community, the veteran community. And it's been so powerful to be able to see the people that we're able to affect with helping them with their VA disability benefit, or maybe help them with their GI Bill or their VA loan, of course. I mean, that's what we do for work, but it's really amazing to see. We've seen people retire because of their ability to get their, yeah, what's up? What's up, Josh? Um, yeah, we see a lot of people have great ability to purchase a home now because they acquired the VA disability rating, and it's crazy to see um, how people are able to benefit from that and be able to just make some extra money. But that's really all I had for you guys on here. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Here to help you guys. We're going to be doing this every single week. So if there's anything that you guys want me to touch on in these live videos, feel free, hit me up and I'll get it done. I'll talk to you guys soon.